Well, the Madison County Sheriff's race was also one to watch. A former sheriff trying to win back his office.
But that won't happen. Incumbent Sheriff Buddy Harwood will remain sheriff in Madison County. Former Sheriff John Ledford did not get enough votes to get his old job back.
News 13's Ashley Searles has been covering that race for us tonight. She joins us live from Madison County. Ashley.
That's right. We've been out here covering this race all day long, and it was clear from the beginning, from those earliest returns, it was incumbent Sheriff Buddy Harwood who had the lead. And as it turns out, that was an indication of how this night would go here in Madison County. Harwood swept every precinct. The Board of Elections says he won, taking 63% of the vote, with challenger John Ledford taking about 38% of the roughly 5,000 votes that were cast in this election. Now, this was a controversial race pitting the sitting sheriff against a former sheriff here in John Ledford. And Ledford was not just any former sheriff. He was the man that had recommended Harwood to this office back in 2009, and then 4 years later filed to take the seat back.
It's just been very bittersweet. I mean, I worked for him for 10 and a half years. I was appointed under his direction with the executive board back in 2009, and it's been very bittersweet to know that he came back and the friendship was ruined like it was.
Now, at the Sheriff's Department tonight, Harwood celebrated with dozens of supporters who were there watching these returns come in. But again, it was pretty early, about 8:45, that Harwood was being called the unofficial winner here. And now the next step for Harwood, a Democrat, he will face off against Republican challenger Michael Gahagan in the November elections. But this county has elected a Democratic sheriff now for 4 terms since 1998. And so talking to Harwood's supporters, and even the sheriff himself told me that this tonight was the election to win going forward. And so many people are expecting Harwood to be at this department, heading it up for the next 4 years. Reporting live tonight at the Madison County Sheriff's Department, I'm Ashley Searles, News 13.
No upsets tonight in the race for Henderson County Sheriff.
Yeah, Sheriff Charlie McDonald has won the primary there and will advance to the November election. He had a wide margin of victory over challengers Michael Brown and Eric Summey.
News 13's Megan Shearing is following that race for us tonight. She's streaming live from McDonald's victory party in Hendersonville. Megan?
Well, hey there, guys. Things have just wrapped up, but Sheriff McDonald tells me that he has never been more determined, rather, to serve this community. Take a look at this video we shot just a short time ago. A group of supporters greeted him and congratulated him at Boyd Chevrolet in Hendersonville tonight. He thanked them for their dedication and commitment through this campaign. Sheriff McDonald also praised the men and women of the sheriff's office. He was appointed by the Republican Party in 2012 after Sheriff Rick Davis resigned. McDonald says he inherited turmoil and chaos. The past 2 years, he's focused on leadership and accountability, but also worked to reduce crime here in Henderson County. He says tonight's victory gives him confidence.
It really does. It certainly helps us renew our commitment. Like I said, we believe that what we're doing was on the right track, but obviously the voters in the community feel that way as well, and we're honored.
Now, Sheriff McDonald will face Democrat Marty Katz in the general election. He tells me his campaign strategy will remain the same. Reporting live in Hendersonville tonight, Megan Shearing, News 13.
And in Jackson County, there were primaries for both parties to determine who will run to replace outgoing Sheriff Jimmy Ash.
On the Republican side, Curtis Lambert was the top vote getter, but that race is close, and it may be heading for a runoff.
And for the Democrats, Chip Hall is the winner among 6 candidates on the ballot.
News 13's Rex Hodge joins us live from the Jackson County Board of Elections. Rex, it was a long night there waiting for results.
A very long night, but if you're into local politics, you live for this kind of stuff, right? Of the 14 precincts here in Jackson County, all of them now have had their votes counted here at the Board of Elections office in Silva. There were 6 Democratic candidates for Jackson County Sheriff. When the votes were tallied, Chief Deputy Chip Hall came out on top with more than 40% of the vote. Of the 3 Republican candidates, Curtis Lambert edged out Jimmy Hodgins and Mary Rock. Lambert and Hall talked with me about what they do if elected in November.
I want to be very open with our media partners and work to establish a real good relation with our media partners to make sure that our citizens stay well informed.
Look into school safety and work with the school system here to ensure that SROs are placed in every school.
Now, since Lambert did not win with 40% of the vote, Jimmy Hodgins has the right to call for a second primary. That would be held on June 24th, if he so chooses. Now, the sheriff's race still needs to be officially certified locally and by the state. That happens a week from today. Reporting live tonight from Jackson County, Rex Hodge, News 13.